Postpartum always does some really strange things to my hair. Last time the same thing happened to me where I was just getting this weird waxy texture at the root of my hair and then the ends were getting very, very dry. Now it doesn't help that I'm also very tired at the moment, but today what I wanted to do was a vinegar hair rinse that would just help get rid of that waxiness and just give my hair a little bit of help because it needs all the help it can get right now. I'm going to start off with vinegar and I've removed the mother. I'll put this back in the bottle once I've poured out what I need, and I'm going to pour the vinegar through a mesh bag just to make sure that what goes through is nice and clear. I do have a vinegar video all about how to make this, which is quite far back in my videos. I think I did this a year ago, but if you want to know how to make your own apple cider vinegar, that's there. I filled up the bottle, so I now know exactly how much I need, and I'm going to pasteurize it because even though I've run it through a bag, this is still active vinegar and it is going to grow its own mother if I don't pasteurize it. Once the vinegar's on the pot, I'm going to put that on a very low heat. Don't go straight onto a high heat because the temperature is going to go up way too quickly. I'm going to get a thermometer. I'm going to get that either 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius. And once it's hit that, that's it. The mother is not going to be active. I'm going to take that and pour it back into the bottle, and then we're going to move on to the herbs that I'll be using. Once I've got my herb scissors, I'm going to go and collect the different plants that I need. I have two different varieties of sage which have only been planted this year, so they're still very small. A purple sage and then a common sage. I'm going to be taking a few leaves from both of them. The purple sage has got, well, like the name suggests, slightly purple leaves and green leaves. I'll be taking two of them and they're nettles, but not these which I just planted. Instead, I'm going to be taking the nettles which decided to grow through the fence now that I've planted my own nettles, which does seem a little bit insane, and yes, this does sting, but I've stung myself so often that at this point it just doesn't bother me. Now that I have the nettle and the sage leaves, I'm also going to get some bay. This is from the herbs in my front garden. Give them a quick clean and then you can pop them inside the bottle. The variety of bay I have is laurel, and that's a bactericidal, a fungicidal and an antiseptic. If you have West Indian bay, this is the one which is more traditionally used for hair care, but I don't have that one, so I'm just going to be using bay laurel. After that, I'll be using some nettle leaves. If you wanted to go for more of a traditional recipe, you should use the roots, but I've only just planted my nettles, so I don't really want to go digging the roots up. So for the moment, I'm just going to be using the leaves. And then finally, I'm going to be using my two varieties of sage, and this thing is just a powerhouse. It's got all these amazing different properties, but the thing that I really like about it is it's an astringent, and I really like that that helps with the oiliness that I'm getting at the roots of my hair and just gives my hair so much more volume and zhuzh, which is exactly what I want. Once that's done and all the herbs are inside, I'm going to pop that on the shelf for 3 days before I use it. Once I start using it, I want to use it up within a week, 2 weeks if I keep it in the fridge. But you don't want to leave this lying around for too long unless you're using dried herbs. There's always the risk of things going off very, very quickly. So try and use this up reasonably quickly. When you do want to use it, just take the lid off and then switch that for a spray head. Once I know I'm going to have a shower, I'm just going to brush through my hair and then spray that right down into the roots. Once I've gotten the roots, I'll pull my hair back, give it a final spritz, and then leave it there for 20 minutes before rinsing it all off in the shower. And then that's it. Once I've rinsed it out, my hair always feels so much better. The ends still feel dry, but I'll do a different DIY video for that at some point soon. I'm going to be making a hair balm just because my hair is finally at the stage now where I can tie it back neatly. So I can put the balm in the ends of my hair, put my hair up in some nice plaits and leave that to sit and fix all the dryness. But for the moment, this has sorted out the roots. If you like my content and want to follow me on Patreon, that's where you can find my early content, extra content, and see the thought process behind things like my books, cover designs, videos, and artwork. You can also find me on Instagram, but the best place to follow me and make sure that all my new content is sent directly to you is through my website and the mailing list. On the top right hand corner, you put your name, the email you want your new content to be sent to, and that's it. You're done.